Hi, kiddos. Welcome to Story Time with Grams. Avery and Carter, Grams loves and misses you so much. And Grace and Aunt Missa misses you and loves you so much too. I can't wait to see all of you again. Well, tonight's story is Lady and the Tramp. Look at the puppies. So this is Lady right here, and this is Tramp. So, who's ready for a story? All right, let's get this started. Lady was a happy little dog. She lived in a big house with Jim Dear and Darling. One day, Lady learned that Darling was expecting a baby. Lady didn't know that things in the house would soon be very different. One day, Lady met a scuffy dog named Tramp. Tramp had no home and no family. He went wherever he pleased and did whatever he pleased. Believe me, Tramp told Lady and her friend Jock and Trusty. Babies change everything. Now you'll have nothing but trouble. Just wait and see. Do you think babies change everything? I think so, but I think change can be good. But Tramp was wrong. When the baby arrived, Lady had one more wonderful person to care for and love. Several weeks later, Jim Dear and Darling went off on a trip. Aunt Sarah came to stay at the house, Lady said. Jim Dear, help Aunt Sarah take care of the baby. Aunt Sarah brought her Siamese cats with her. They made a lot of trouble. Lady barked at the cats, but it did no good. Shame on you, Lady, shouted Aunt Sarah, attacking my poor little angels. A muzzle is what you need. She took Lady right to the pet shop to buy one. The muzzle was more than Lady could bear. She had to run away. Lady stopped to catch her breath. When Lady stopped to catch her breath, she was in a strange part of town, surrounded by a pack of mean dogs. Just then her friend Tramp appeared. Seeing that Lady was in danger, he fought the stray dogs and chased them off. You poor kid, said Tramp, looking at the muzzle. He took Lady to the zoo where the friendly beaver chewed right through the muzzle and freed Lady. Afterwards, Tramp took Lady to visit one of his favorite places. They shared a romantic dinner for two at Tony's Italian restaurant. Finally, after a lovely stroll through the park, Lady said, I must go home. I promised Jim Dear I'd take care of the baby. Okay, okay, Pigeon said to Tramp, but let's have some fun. Let's have some fun first. Hmm. Tramp, no, said Lady. But Tramp had already rushed into the nearby yard to chase the squawking chickens. Suddenly, the dog catcher appeared. Before she knew it, Lady was on her way to the pound. Without Tramp, Lady was ashamed and scared in the pound, especially when the other dogs began to tease her. A dog named Peg came to Lady's rescue. Can't you see the poor kid is scared enough already? Peg said to the other dogs. The dogs were jealous because Lady had a shiny license and would soon be going home. When Lady finally came home, Tramp said, I'm sorry I got you in trouble, Pidge. But, but Lady was too angry to listen. She refused to speak to Tramp. Later that night, Lady saw a rat scurry up the vine to the baby's room. She barked loudly as she could. When Tramp heard Lady barking, he came running. What's wrong, Pidge? He asked. When Lady told him about the rat, Tramp ran into the house and up the stairs. Lady pulled at her chain until it broke. She ran up to the baby's room to help Tramp fight the rat and save the baby. The vicious brutes cried. Aunt Sarah, when she saw Lady and Tramp in the baby's rooms. Get away from the baby, Aunt Sarah called the dog catcher to come and take Tramp away. When Jim Dear and Darling came home that night, Lady helped Jim Dear find the dead rat. Lady, said Jim Dear, thankfully I think you and your friend were trying to save our baby from the rat. Meanwhile, Jock and Trusty went to find Tramp. They soon caught up with the dog catcher's wagon. Trusty began barking loudly, so loudly, in fact, that he scared the horses. They reared up in the wagon, right over poor Trusty. Trusty had a broken leg, but he would be just fine. Lady and Jim Dear arrived just in time to free Tramp. Jim Dear and Darling were so grateful to Tramp that they asked him to live with them for always. By Christmas of that year, Lady and Tramp had 4 puppies. The family's happiness was complete. Look at all the little puppies! Aren't they so cute? I hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Lady and the Tramp. Next week, we have Sleeping Beauty. It's one of my favorites, too. I hope you're doing well, and I love y'all all so much with all my heart. I'll see you soon, Avery, Carter, and Grayson. Mwah.